Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We were just talking about a friend of mine's seen Metallica 130 times, but they played the Sonic Temple Festival over the weekend. And some shows and bands you may have seen more than once or how many times. First-time texter checked in. Appreciate you, Chris in Yorkville. Welcome to the party. And says, I've seen Slightly Stupid at Northerly Island 12 times. Not just the band 12 times, but at Northerly 12 times.
That's so crazy.
That is nuts. And it's a good setting for them, for that kind of band. If you know anything about that band, that's a perfect setting for them. But wow, 12 times. All right, thanks for checking in. We have somebody that's seen the Beach Boys, 815, 16 times through when I was 7 through 11 years old only.
And then there was no more Beach Boys.
Nope. At 11, he's like, I'm done with this.
Wow, Riot Fest is going to be huge for that guy this
I
year.
was gonna say, you can see him at Riot Fest this year.
Yeah, that's going to be wild. Ryan checked in from Hobart. I've seen Mushroom Head 50-plus times. You don't know who that band is.
I don't know Mushroom Head.
Yeah, I got a metal band, so seen them that.
Fake fans.
I know who they are. So don't say it the case only if you're going to say that. 630 checked in. I said I've seen 311 14 times. 630 said I've seen 311. Oh, I could make it 15 at the Hard Rock and Rock and
In Gary.
in Gary on July. I might do that. I'll see you over there.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Why not? It's always the heavier bands, it seems like. This Allen guy checked in from Portage. I've seen Nonpoint 22 times.
I didn't know Nonpoint played 22 concerts in their hit. I thought that was sort of maybe one tour and out.
Also, he says Head PE 18 times.
Wow.
I've seen them twice, and Head PE is great live. I saw them at the Cubby Bear once when people didn't know what was going on. It was after a Cubs game. So all these old people went in the Cubby Bear for a drink afterward, and Head PE's on stage. And see Grandma rocking out. It was pretty fun.
The least inviting band of all time.
Yeah, they're not so inclusive. Not really, nope.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
How about your Chicago White Sox? We have some Pope info about the White Sox. But first, they won the series against the Marlins after yesterday's 4-2 victory, helped by Tim Elko, who was called up, needed some batting power. Here's a little bit of history on Tim Elko. He played with a torn ACL in college. Tough guy. Good South Side guy right there. I like that. He's going to fit in perfect. He carried Ole Miss to the College World Series title in 2022. Drafted in the 10th round, signed for $35,000. Righteous bucks.
What?
$35,000. That's a Fast Times Ridgemont High reference that I'm not sure everybody's getting, but that's okay.
Never seen the movie.
He was hitting .348 with 10 home runs in AAA Charlotte, called up Saturday. So he's called up Saturday, hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 6th to give the White Sox a 4-1 lead over the Marlins, and it sounded like this. Listen to the bat crack. This is a Mother's Day bat crack.
Oof. Elko hits this one hard. Left field, going back. It is gone! Welcome to Chicago, Tim Elko.
Love that. And he gave the ball and the bat to his mom.
Cute.
Who was there, Cheryl Elko. His mom was there on Mother's Day, and he also hit it against the former Cy Young Award winner, too, Sandy Alcantara.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, well, that's a great call-up. 24 hours in, that's what he does. Awesome. And the White Sox won the series, so that's pretty cool. Also, more confirmation about the White Sox and the Pope. The Cubs tried to claim him. I'm being a Cubs fan, but nope. The White Sox claim him. He's from the South Side. His brother got on TV last week and kept saying, no, you guys are all morons. He's a White Sox fan. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't use the word morons. But this is unbelievable that the people at the Sun-Times reposted a video. And who did this video first? Who found the Pope at – now, Case, you said it was Game 2, but it says at Game 1 of the World Series between the White Sox and Astros.
I was looking at that. There's a guy next to me eating a hot dog. He's sitting there.
Yeah, but you thought it was Game 2, you said, because it was Pasednik's home run?
I thought he was at the game that Scott Pasednik hit a walk-off home run for, which might have been Game 1. My memory is that it's Game 2. But Thursday night, the Chicago Sun-Times posted a photo of the now Pope at the World Series in 2005 with the White Sox, which is crazy enough. The first account I saw that posted a video of him at the game from the original Fox broadcast was the great blog Sox on 35th. We get a ton of info from them. They're absolutely fantastic. They are the ones that I'm giving credit to for finding the video of the Pope in the stands at the White Sox World Series game in 2005. If somebody beat them, let me know. But Sox on 35th, as they typically are, were right on the money with this one. And that video is on Q101's Facebook page now.
Okay, my question is, At that time, what was the Pope's job? Like, what was the now Pope? What was he doing for work at that time?
He was a run-of-the-mill priest.
Okay, so he was just a priest, like, on Sundays, doing the thing.
Yes.
Doing the thing on Sundays, yes.
Okay.
I don't know. He might have had a side hustle, but as far as I know, he was just a
Because
priest.
I don't know, like, if you're in the running for popehood,
Yeah.
like, I felt like you almost had to have, like, that monk lifestyle. I don't know. Like, that, like, you can't do other things. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you can't
He's not a
get married,
Buddhist.
you can't date, you can't do that. I know, but I'm saying, like, monk, not, you know how they, like, that's their whole, like,
Yeah.
life, and you can't do, I would think that that's what you would have to do to become the Pope.
Well, he is
I
Catholic.
didn't think you could just be at a baseball game.
Well, he's Catholic, so he can't date. So that's your answer your question there.
Okay, so he can't date or get married.
He was a priest, Catholic priest, so he can't.
So it's a total sausage fest of the World Series. He's a bunch of dudes.
He's with his boys. No
It's a boys'
question.
night out.
But they
Like, I thought he couldn't, like, look at certain stuff. I don't know.
Like baseball.
like what?
Because, like, you're in an environment where people are going to be, like, getting drunk.
Sinning.
And probably flashing some, like, girls get drunk and, like, oh my God, we're winning. Like, I could just see, like, I don't know.
It was
like,
the South
could he do
Side.
whatever he wanted? Like, could he went to, like, a Def Leppard concert? Like, could he do whatever he wanted before?
He can do whatever he wants. He can go to
He can?
he can go to Def Leppard. He can go to the White
Can
Sox
he do
World
that
Series
now or no?
No, he can't.
You
Why
can't go.
not?
We'd have to sneak in with like a fake mustache, like a handlebar mustache now.
So the only reason he can't go now is because of popularity. Like, he could actually go. He'd just get, like, it would be like a mob. So, like, could he get, like, backstage passes and nobody would care?
Hey, Pope, come on in here. James Hetfield wants to meet you. He's backstage.
I thought you couldn't do certain things. When I saw him at the game, I was, like, super confused.
Well, he's busy now as Pope with Pope duty, so he
He's
can't
so
be going.
busy.
He
He's
can't be
so
going.
busy.
He's not coming
Like,
to
if
picnic.
there was a video of him mad at how the Sox did, and he was,
Yeah.
like, cursing, like, these mother effers, would he get, like, his popehood, like, redacted? Like, would they be like, oh, you can't say that?
I don't know. It's a good question because the video is pretty short. I can't believe they found him in the stands at the Sox game, but he could have swore easily because it's the World Series and everything's on the line, but he didn't swear. He was praying, actually.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, are there certain things, like, if videos leaked of certain things, could you all of a sudden not be the Pope?
That's a good question for the clergy out there that listens to the show.
Or-
If someone knows more than we do on that one, if he can't go to Def Leppard, if he can't, if he swore at a Sox game, could the Popehood be taken away? I'd love people to chime in if they know more than we do on that one.
We'd bring him to Twisted Christmas if we could, but I think Twisted in itself is an outlier. It's a sin. Twisted Christmas implies sinning.
Why? Why does it apply to twin?
Because it's
What?
Twisted
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's demonic.
Yeah.
It's satanic.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, you are. You have to go.
I'm not supporting that.
Well, you're not the Pope, so you can sin all you want.
I don't want. I'm not satanic.
Well, I don't know about that.
I thought we were like getting twisted. Like I'm not doing something like that.
All right, enough of the White Sox. The Cubs lost the series against the Mets after a wildly awesome game on Saturday night with Cade Horton's debut. So both teams had awesome debuts of guys they brought up. Cade Horton did great for the Cubs. They need him with the injuries on the hill. And then, of course, the White Sox need the hitting, which was great to bring up Elko. So, but didn't work out. A 4-run eighth by the Mets crushed the Cubs. Thankfully, the Marlins are now in town, or still in town, going to cross the street and play the Cubs. But not before we hear Dansby Swanson's home run, because that was on national TV. That game was the Fox game of the week on Saturday night.
1-2 is lifted in the air, left center field. That one is long gone. Swanson has found the power stroke, and it's 4-0 Chicago. His fourth home run in the last 11 games.
Going to be a daddy soon. Pretty cool. Finally, the NBA Draft Lottery. This is the event I'm talking about that's in Chicago tonight, one of the biggest events. The NBA Draft Lottery is tonight in Chicago.
Oh my God, aren't they done yet?
No, the playoffs are is that what you mean, the playoffs?
Are they still playing?
Yes, they are.
Jeez. I started the playoffs a long time ago.
Well, forget about the playoffs for a minute. This is the Draft Lottery where they decide where the Bulls will pick. So it's at McCormick Place, which I thought was kind of weird. Listen, I love the auto show at McCormick
Where the
Place.
auto show is? I was going to say that.
Yeah, it just seems kind of odd. The place is the biggest convention center in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the people that are going to be there to sit behind the podiums it's not that they don't need that much space.
Do you want them at like a Buffalo Wild Wings? I don't understand.
That would have been incredible if they were at the Buffalo Wild Wings, let's say the one in Westmont.
Uh-huh.
That would have been great. If they were at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Westmont for the NBA Draft Lottery, much better location. No disrespect to McCormick Place. Great for the auto show.
So this
Disrespect
isn't
taken.
the draft, though.
No.
Oh, yeah.
This decides where everybody picks.
It's an event to decide what order you pick in?
100%. The
Wow.
Utah Jazz have the best odds at 14%. The Bulls have a 1.7% chance to get the number one overall pick. They've done it a couple times before. Obviously, Derrick Rose was one of those. And Elton Brand. Elton Brand was the other one.
Shout out.
Yeah, how about shout out to that? But Derrick Rose was the number one overall pick. We'll see if they get it. They probably won't.
Okay.
Unless the Pope gets involved.
It would be, the White Sox won 2 out of 3 ever since the Pope became the Pope.
Wow.
Would be nice for a little divine intervention. Bulls get the number 1 pick.
Unless he's busy backstage at a Def Leppard show, then he won't be there.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Right after Incubus, we'll get you on the phones for Lord tickets. Compete against Kenzie. They're not that easy to get. You got to beat Kenzie in trivia. And if you do, you get tickets to Lord at the United Center Friday, September 19th. Tickets go on sale this Friday, by the way. This is before you can buy them. This is huge. After Incubus, Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q 101.
All right, let's go. Lord tickets for the United Center before you can buy them. They go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. From our great friends at AEG Presents, we have free tickets, free and first for Lord at the Madhouse. Pretty special. We really got to beat Kenzie in trivia for these today. And competing today will be Mookie checking in from Hoffman Estates. Mookie, tell us something about yourself.
It's actually pronounced Uki, Brian, U-K-Y.
Oh, Yuki.
You got it. And
Got
I'm
it.
actually the CEO and founder for a company I started about 2 years ago.
And what's the company?
It's called To Expand. It's a B2B marketing company. We do lead generation.
They're all together, Ookie.
All right, that was fun.
And I don't understand what you said your company does.
Sounded totally fake, I gotta be
I
honest.
have no idea, but I'm sure you
He's just smarter than us.
yeah. It's
Don't
probably
mean.
No way, guys.
probably got a mansion in Hoffman Estates and sitting here like going, I don't know, but whatever he's doing, I should be doing it. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Uki. So competing against Kenzie for these tickets. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Uki.
Heads.
It's tails. Kenzie goes first. I don't think Kenzie's won a coin toss in like a week, so
I know.
pretty rare occurrence here.
Feels rigged.
How about it? Kenzie, question number 1.
Yes.
Where is the ulna on the human body? The ulna.
What the what?
Ulna.
Ulna?
Yeah, U-L-N-A.
Okay.
Ulna.
The ulna.
Yeah, think about that. Where on the human body is that?
I don't know. Knee?
It is not the knee.
Somewhere around there?
I'm not going to let Tony Moore here. It might help out. Uki, what do you think it is, Uki?
Wow. I'm going to say part of the tailbone.
The tailbone. Well, the tailbone's the tailbone as far as I knew. So the ulna is in the arm. It's the one bone in the arm there. A couple bones there. All right.
I don't think you would have known that without the sheet in front of you.
I think I would have.
I think it's one of the
No.
most popular bones.
Pretty
That
popular
is
bone.
not one of the most popular bones.
What's more popular than the ulna? The ulna, yeah. What's a bigger? What's a bigger bone?
Like a femur?
Nah, ulna's way more popular.
No, it's not.
The ulna's mainstream.
What a
You
ridiculous.
guys are asking hard questions
Yeah.
today.
Well, it's 0-0. Let's go back to Uki.
Okay, Uki. In VeggieTales,
Here we go.
what
Now
kind
we're
of
cooking?
what kind of vegetable is Larry?
Broccoli?
Yeah, not broccoli, no. Kenzie, do you know? Since you
Cucumber.
were excited, yeah, she knew.
I love my life.
Wow.
Yeah, now Kenzie can go up by 2 if she gets this one.
That's right.
In SpongeBob, what kind of animal is Sandy Cheeks?
A squirrel.
A squirrel. Up 2 quickly. Not good for Uki. But back to Uki. What day of the week did Rebecca Black sing about in her infamous 2010 viral hit song? What day?
Wednesdays?
Wednesday. This could be rough. Not right. Kenzie.
Friday.
How about singing a little bit of it to remind him what the song
It's
was?
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. That's her exact pitch.
That was like having Rebecca Black on the show.
Wow.
You're welcome.
3-0, and now Kenzie can go up 4-0 with this one. And I'm going right in order of the questions, Uki. So don't come at me, brah. The Baja Men. The Baja Men sang a song wondering who let the blank out.
Case. It's dogs, but why would you write that?
You guys didn't know where the ulna was, so I wouldn't be talking crap about any of these questions.
Nobody knows what the ulna is. You're an a-hole.
I want
You know
to
where that is? It's sitting right in front of me.
I want to read that question again, by the way. The Baja Men sang a song wondering who let the blank out.
Can I just say?
It could be bats. It could be so many things.
Can I just say I blew my husband's mind? He is like a really, really smart when it comes to music and song origin. But I was casually saying to him, it took me forever to find out that song is actually derogatory towards ugly women. And he goes, it is? He didn't know that. The whole song.
I got to admit, I didn't either.
I did not.
Nope.
It's just a derogatory comment about like when they see ugly women out, like who let the dogs out. That's
Well, you
what
know
they're
what?
saying.
You know what? That is very mean. So we will no longer play Who Let the Dogs Out on Q101.
We're taking a power
Listen,
stance.
somebody's got to take a stand, and we're starting with it.
That's right.
All right, so it's 4-0.
And it's back to Uki. He needs a point right here.
Uki, Feastables chocolate bars are backed by what YouTube personality?
Feastables chocolate bars.
Yes.
You guys are literally asking every single question I have no idea to. Okay.
How about guessing I wonder if this is even can you guess a YouTube personality?
What's that dude that fought Tyson? What's his name? Jacob Peters or whatever his name is.
Oh, boy.
I love him. This is my favorite
You
person
guys
ever.
just crushed me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kenzie.
I think Kenzie's going to get this one. I have a guess.
It's Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast was his name. 5-0 out of the gate on a Friday.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. What are you, Rebecca Black? Calm down.
Oh, on a Monday, yeah. My bad.
See, I
It's
worked too much, so I
Monday.
have no idea.
Monday.
Well, listen, Uki, you tried. That's all that matters. You got through and you tried. And you can try again later in the week for these Lord tickets. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are fun. Thank you.
Well, tell him what he's getting instead, Brian.
Yeah, you know what? Hang on. If you want to go to the Bad Flower, I can give you guaranteed entry for the Bad Flower Q101 free pop-up if you want to hang on for that. So do that. Case we'll get your information because we have some of those.
Exactly. Hello, consolation prize.
And that's the exclusive Brian and Kenzie VIP guest list. So that's a huge prize. Here's what we're going to do, though. I said Kenzie doesn't keep these tickets. She wants the Lord tickets. She ain't keeping them. We can't get her.
I would love the Lord tickets.
No, we're not doing that. So right after Franz Ferdinand, you'll hear God Bless the Baby in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And then everybody listening, just call up 312-591-8300 and caller 10. We'll get the Lord tickets.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.